And as
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And that one's good, Doncic. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Here's Doncic. Good. Nice job down low.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard from outside. That one no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Doncic against Powell. Luka Doncic again. Doncic has got 8.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. Due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
And the dunk by Powell.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Mavericks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Doncic feeling it out. Here's Marjanovic. And that one is off. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's McCollum. That one a little long. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. Launches it. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. 8 points for him.
It's so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Dallas again missing.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And Covington stays with it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard outside. And it's good. 2 points.
Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Norman Powell. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Here's Brunson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's Jones on the way. And there's the pass to Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. Second shot opportunity. Anthony right side. Bangs home the trifecta.
Quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch and shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Brunson, good.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
And here's McCollum for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Here's Burke. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, a rock solid 79%.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
A 3 from McCollum. Can't hit that one. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Cauley Stein in at the center.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The shot from 20 feet away. Again, McCollum missing.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Powell kicks to Brunson.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
Tries to save it and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Damian Lillard's checked in for McCollum. For Portland, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Lillard, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Powell, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. And the basket by Lillard.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Mavericks trail by 4. Brunson scanning the floor. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. That's a 2 from Lillard, and it's Lillard again missing.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Porzingis can't hit.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Richardson, no luck. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. The shot by Powell, no good. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Covington wide open. He fires. Portland no good that time either.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Doncic, no good. Portland's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Doncic against Lillard. Nurkic the pass to Pop. Again the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Dallas. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard from outside. A rebound by Marjanovic.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Trailblazers trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
One part about Josh Richardson's game is the speed factor. Turns on the jets when he's taking it to the rack.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Doncic outside. No good that time. And so it's Dallas in the drop. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 18 points and 1 rebound. And that does it for our...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up. And it's Doncic missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
all-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Simons, the pass to Jones. Knocks it loose. Porzingis with the steal. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. They get a hand on it, and the Mavericks with possession here. Here's Brunson. Good D by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 8. And here's McCollum for 3. They get it back.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Here's Brunson. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Out to the wing, to the inside. Cauley-Stein's shot is good. Cauley-Stein's got his first 2 points of the night. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it home.
A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Here's Brunson. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Brunson, no good.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And now McCollum running the floor all by himself, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
McCollum showing some offensive persistence there. Awesome at going right at the defense. And then he finds himself at the free throw line.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Melli. Richardson comes in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter. Doncic against McCollum. Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And stolen by Richardson. That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Mavericks trailing. On the floor for Dallas, they've got J.J. Redick. Marjanovic is out there with Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Richardson. Good on the shot. Richardson's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Well, he's allowed to get in there, and once he does, he's aggressive enough to play through contact.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Richardson the pass to Powell. Good D by Covington. And for Portland, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Redick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
Well, the former Dookie, J.J. Redick, has carved out an incredible role as one of the league's most deadly shooters.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
Richardson outside. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And the dunk by Covington.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
Dallas calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Mavericks leading. Doncic outside. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
McCollum, no good.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Doncic with it. Buries it down low. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Here's Dallas. They're on a 12-4 run. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Three-pointer, Lillard drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, that's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Here's Doncic. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And the three ball is good.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Okay. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Marjanovic. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. A beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. And they'll have some minutes to make it. DA, it's...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Murray in at the point guard. Doncic, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Murray against Doncic.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive for Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
Gordon, the pass to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Denver needs to get off a shot. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. Jokic with the steal. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. At the elbow, Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Jokic. Campazzo, headed by Porzingis. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Passes it to Jokic. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 6.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of it, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And it's good for 2.
Excellent focus that time from Powell on the defensive end. Saw the opportunity, went for the filch, and got it.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Melly is checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Luka Doncic.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And that one is stuffed right through.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Gordon inside. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And so he hits both. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. The Nuggets trail by 7. The dish to Clark. Campazzo. Mavericks with the rebound.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Campazzo, and the layup is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 7. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team.
Selfless. I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Dallas.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Hardaway is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets. Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
6 on the shot clock. Murray, good. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
The pass to Redick. Now Brunson. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Good. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Brunson, good. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Murray against Marjanovic. Pass to McGee. He can't hit that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Marjanovic, no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. They trail by 7. Here's Millsap. He feeds it to McGee. Count it.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
On the wing, Doncic. He's got 8. Kicks it out to Richardson. Tipped away. Clock is at 3. At the elbow, Doncic. Over Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Murray against Richardson. Here's McGee. That one's not going to go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Outside Millsap. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. And stolen by Richardson. And Doncic, here we go. Count it. Doncic has got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Inside, it's stolen by Marjanovic. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And that one's good. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Doncic outside. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Porter. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
You have to love how they're using their heads tonight. Good ball movement, smart shots.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Murray out there with Will Barton. And there's Gordon. And it's Dozier in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Doncic left side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarded.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Nuggets trail by 9. Murray surveying the D. And it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Murray against Doncic. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
But they'll get another chance. Jokic kicks to Murray. The feed to Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
And Doncic throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Murray against Richardson. Murray with it. He's got 12, and they pick up 2. Murray's got 6 points in the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of a great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Brunson against Murray. Takes it off the glass. Murray's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his 5th foul.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under him.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
Pulls it from 20. And that one hits back iron.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And the dunk by Powell.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Campazzo. And yes, it's good. He's got 8.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. 35 seconds left to play in the third. Now, here's Clark. Campazzo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Dallas leading by 6. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Dishes it to McGee. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. McGee's got 6 points.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead early. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And here is Doncic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
Here's Barton. Here's Murray. Kicks it to Millsap. Left side, Gordon. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Gordon's got 4 this quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Doncic. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
Murray against Doncic. Porzingis with the steal. Millsap with the steal. Green dishes to Murray. Misses in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Porzingis. Over in the corner, Doncic. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from outside.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
They retain possession. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Mavericks leading by 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. Porter comes in for Paul Millsap.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big time shot there.
Now Doncic. To the paint, Marjanovic. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Gordon the pass to Murray. Gordon with it. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Doncic. To shoot. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter.
And you know, the attack from Gordon, his explosive first step on his drives to the hoop, really scary.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Doncic looking it over.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Murray kicks to Porter. Pass to Jokic. There's the triple. And another miss by Denver.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Out left to the wing. Left side, Porzingis trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
Murray outside. And another miss by Denver. And here's Porzingis beyond the arc. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A narrow. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll have.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Well, and they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson, Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center, filling out the middle. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Clock at 6.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Richardson, good.
Against physical defense, Richardson using his length and athleticism to counter.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Down low, it's stolen by Marjanovic. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And George, here we go. And they're on the break. Richardson, good.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on George.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for George. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 8-point game. Pass to Batum. To the middle. Here's Jackson. A rebound by Marjanovic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Zubats. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now, here is Morris. Outside Leonard. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Doncic. And that one drops for him. Doncic has got 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Morris. Pass to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. A 3 from Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Man, Patterson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game.
I see him.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Brunson, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brunson against Rondo. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Dallas also making some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Rondo against Brunson. Rondo gets the bucket.
What passion from Rondo on that drive. Just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
Dallas with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Out to Morris. Three-pointer. But they recover it. Anderson passes to Kennard. Here's Morris over Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
And Morris drops them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can...
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 12. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Kennard in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Richardson following the miss by Marcus Morris. George against Hardaway. He is hauled in by Paul George. Clippers trail by 12, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. George with no one around. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Marjanovic down low, working on Zubac, and good that time.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. George against Doncic. George passes to Zubac, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Jackson against Doncic. To the inside. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Here's Jackson. That shot off the mark. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now the pass to Batum. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Zubac. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
For the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Second chance shot. Hardaway finds Redick. Here's Brunson. That shot missing. Great D that time from Batum. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Leonard.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Brunson. Fades and shoots. Pass to Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Marjanovic has got 10 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Rondo. Zubac trying to break loose. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 11 on the basket for Rajon Rondo. Rondo against Brunson. Got a hand on it. Leonard against Hardaway. And then Leonard with the dunk.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
And here's Brunson. Another shot. No good at the rim. And so that brings the first half to a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points, and the Mavericks over the past. And that...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Here's who Rick Carlisle starting the second half with. They've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Poked away. Right side, Leonard. On the wing, Batum. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. The shot's good.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Here's Jackson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. He shoots again, and it's Doncic missing.
Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Here's Richardson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Richardson's got 6 points.
Pushes it quickly, and he gets something before the defense can set up. Richardson's a good finisher in transition.
To the middle, it's stolen by Marjanovic. Doncic looking it over. Over George. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Puts it up from 12. Pass to George. Back to Morris. He kicks it to George. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. A second chance effort. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Here's George. Bucket is good. He's got 6.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. Stolen by Jackson and stolen by Cauley-Stein. And he banks in the layup. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket of the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's George for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Now Brunson. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's tipped. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Brunson with it. 27 seconds left to play here in the third, and there it is for him. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Outside, George. Outside for Jackson. And another shot. That one off the back iron and out.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And the shot goes down.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
A 3 from Morris. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Rajon Rondo. Ivica Zubac, who's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Brunson.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Outside for Rondo. No good from outside.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Here's Brunson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one falls for Brunson, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Rondo. Kicks to Leonard. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Porzingis high post. Leonard's there. Marjanovic with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Rondo on the double team. That one drops for him. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Goes back up. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Now here's Rondo. Coffey passes to Zubac. Here's Coffey. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Now, here's Doncic. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions. What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Now, here's Doncic. Inside. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Doncic against George. Here's the pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Leonard. Clippers trail by 18. Here's Kennard. It's rebounded by Doncic. And the Mavericks with possession. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And it's good for 2.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Dallas.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
Doncic outside. passes to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 6. A new 14 for the Mavericks. And Doncic is right there. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Doncic against George. Doncic right side. No good on the shot. It's stolen by Marjanovic. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's George on the wing, guarded by Doncic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
And he gets it to go.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic. And before...
Hey, Kevin, the map...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. And it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it? Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
All free throws good from Doncic.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Now, here's Nurkic. Nice move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Lillard against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard up top, guarded by Doncic. Puts it up from 15, and he can't bank that one in. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Damian Lillard. The drive by Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith, and there's the feed to Doncic. To the paint. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. And that one goes long.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Covington with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And Portland with a change here, too. Jones is checked in.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Redick against Jones. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Brunson, and Anthony sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. It was shot by Redick, no good. 1:14 left in the first quarter, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here are the Trailblazers now. It's Jones on the wing. Passes it to Kanter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Dallas shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Hardaway. Brunson against Powell. Brunson, no good.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And the basket by Jones.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
They swipe it. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on his team.
Now here's Brunson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
And that one drops.
Kanter is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
Now here's Brunson. No, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Enes Kanter. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night, and he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling.
I think it comes from being in a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Powell in at the four-man position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Hardaway passes to Powell. Anthony with the defensive effort. Portland leading by 5. Here's McCollum. Up and in on the layup. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Lillard against Doncic. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
When Lillard goes to work in the screen and roll, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you pretty much pick your poison with him in these sets.
Here's Doncic. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist from Enes Kanter. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Richardson, and the basket is good.
Well, not a big guy, but Richardson has no fear of the contact. I mean, he stays strong and gets his finish.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And Porzingis puts up a deep 3. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Took the opportunity when he saw it. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Powell kicks to McCollum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The Portland, they had gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The throw good. McCollum. Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Dallas. He hits both from the stripe.
Now, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half. To the left side wing. Porzingis finds Marjanovic. He's off on that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offensive rebound. And Covington stays with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Marjanovic down low. He's guarded by Nurkic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the speed of McCullough, outstanding at using it on the drive to pick up the contact.
The Trailblazers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
Brunson scanning the floor. The putback. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McCollum. Good on the 13-footer. McCollum's got 11 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They need this. Brunson, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big part. Thanks for joining us.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity, both mentally and physically.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. And so he makes both from the line. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
McCollum kicks to Powell. McCollum trying to get open. The shot by Powell, no good. This Maverick squad struggling. Here's Richardson, and he lays it straight in. Richardson's got his second basket.
Far from just a jump shooter, Richardson is more than capable of getting it done inside, too.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
The Mavericks shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Now, Doncic. 11 points in the game. And the dunk by Doncic.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
But they get it back. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 14 points.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And Doncic throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. 13 feet away. And again, it's Portland converting.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Lillard. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 21. And there's Richardson on the assist by Doncic. Richardson's got 4 points in the quarter.
So lethal in open court situations. Richardson excels at using his speed and athleticism to do damage in transition.
And a deep three from Lillard. And finished off by Nurkic.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
Here's the break. Second shot opportunity. Powell kicks to Lillard. Offensive rebound. Powell, no one around him, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Here's Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. Goes back up. He lays it in.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Lillard from outside. Doncic with the steal. The finish. Drops in the breakaway layup. Doncic has got 19 points.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for McCollum. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
He has such a strong presence inside. Cauley Stein can be a hard man to defend in the painted area.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Good on the bucket.
Well, it's important for Kanter to be effective in the pick and roll. I mean, it makes their offense much more complete.
And here's Brunson. Looking to get it going. It's good. Seven seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Simons. He gets it up. And so it's Portland riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action after this word. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Brunson the pass to Redick. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Powell. And the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Dallas.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Now the pass to Kanter. Outside, Jones from outside the arc. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Back to Kanter. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Trailblazers lead by 15. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Brunson with a clean look. Kept alive. Porzingis on the foul.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their fifth consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons, the pass to Anthony to the left wing. Simons surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Anthony trying to get open. Pass to Canner. Powell with the steal. Here's Redick. Hardaway passes to Powell. A second chance effort. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Nobody near Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 11. To the inside. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
The springy guy. Richardson is a great leaper. And he can get way up for it, too.
Lillard against Doncic. This one for three. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Oh, that'll make any coach happy. Aggressive defense, then changing ends quickly.
And it's Doncic missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic outside. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Cantor. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Jones finds Anthony. They get the rebound. Powell with it. Puts up a three. Cans it from downtown.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Marjanovic. Trying his luck from deep. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on Payday.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Porter is out there with Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the 1 spot. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Jokic, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Porzingis, lays it up and banks it in.
Well, he has such a great feel for what the defense is conceding, and Kristaps Porzingis makes a nice play on the inside.
Now Murray. Pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
And Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
He gets that one. Doncic has got 6 points.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Pass to Murray. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The pass to Jokic. And another miss by Denver. For Dallas, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Denver grabs the miss.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
You've got to stay between Aaron Gordon and the basket, particularly in transition. If you don't, you're toast.
Doncic against Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Dallas shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. He gets it in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This guy moves so well with the ball in his hands, and Doncic knows how to initiate contact and get himself to the line when he puts it on the deck.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. And it's JaMychal Green in for Michael Porter. Denver passing it around, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nelly is checked in for Powell, and it's Burke in for Luka Doncic.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
outside Gordon. At the elbow, Green. Kicks it out to Gordon. Campazzo. Brunson covering. Campazzo. The shot misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Burke, the pass to Brunson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Barton throws it down.
Well, the activity of Aaron Gordon, so solid at reading the opposition and taking his chances.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. There's the dish to Gordon. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Mavericks leading by 4. And here's Brunson. Fires for 3. Green with the rebound. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside for Millsap. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Wow, he's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Burke. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jermichael Green. And Murray's subbed in for Will Barton. Now here's Brunson. Banked in off the glass. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it's Dallas with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each game.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Redick in at the 2. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Brunson with it. Here is McGee. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Outside for Murray. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Murray dishes to McGee. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Porter's checked in for Denver. Mavericks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Runs in the pass to Powell. Hardaway trying to free himself up. Brunson, no good.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Doncic. Yes, that goes in. Doncic has got 12 in the game.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Murray against Richardson. Pass to Barton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Here's Murray. They get it again.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Doncic. The second effort. Pass to Porzingis. Over Jokic. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Nuggets trail by 6. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Porter against Doncic. Basket counts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Porzingis comes with the double team. Now Jokic still looking for his first bucket in this one. Up and in on the layup.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Green with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Green left side. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Fires from the line. And it's Denver scoring again.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Here's Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 8 here in the quarter.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling it's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 20 points. And Kenny, along with the... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. On the Mavericks with some changes, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Gordon. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. And the Mavericks with possession here. They lead by 4. Richardson with it, out guarded by Barton. And here is Marjanovic. Got a piece of it. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody buries. What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
In a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris, fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon. Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Doncic looking it over. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Porzingis against Gordon. Count it, and the foul. It's on Porzingis.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
And Doncic throws it down.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
The Nuggets trail. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Barton dishes to Millsap. Lays it up and banks it in. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Dishes to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. McGee finds Barton. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. And it's McGee with the jam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dwight Powell comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Nelly is checked in for Dwight Powell. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. We've got 1:13 left in the third. And the pass to Dozier. Millsap has the open look. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Brunson, no good. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Dozier. Here's McGee. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. The shot's good from McGee. 44 seconds left to play in the third. Dallas shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Now here's Brunson. 6 points for him. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Burke. Lock at 6. Here's Brunson. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. They now take the lead. Dozier's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Brunson. No good that time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Powell in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Murray against Redick. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And a switcher also for Denver. Barton is checked in. Doncic outside.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Denver shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Barton kicks to Murray.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Dallas calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Nicolo Melli. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. And Denver also making a switch. Dozier's checked in. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Mavericks trail by 5. Doncic with it. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Dozier kicks to Murray. Porter passes to Jokic. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 5. And they double up Doncic. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And stolen by Barton. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Porter's running. That one good for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And it's sent back by Jokic. Nuggets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. Richardson finds Marjanovic. Count it.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one. Mavericks trail by 7. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. All free throws good from Doncic.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Back to Murray. Lets the 3 fly. No good on that one.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Doncic banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the steal, and it's the Mavericks on the break. Money!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now Murray. Pass to Jokic. Murray against Doncic. It's good!
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Porzingis with the steal. Count it!
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. We can probably expect to see them slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 3. There's 14 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a 3-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 3. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting 5. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Now here's Jackson. After Luka Doncic's miss, Leonard no luck.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Doncic, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Passes it to Leonard. Down low. Here's Zubac. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now here is George. Porzingis against Zubac. There's Jackson with the 3. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Batum kicks to Leonard. A 3-pointer, no good. Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Richardson, good.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
Outside, George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Porzingis.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Leonard. Inside, and the dunk by Zubac.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Doncic against George. Here's Porzingis. Tries again. And at last, they get one to fall.
Now, tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there, sometimes those rebounds are going to come up, and he's just too big to not get some.
Now, here is George. And there's 1:45 left in the first. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Leonard on the wing. Unable to get that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
George looking around. Pass to Zubac. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second basket of the game.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish. on the break. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. Burke, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. The pass to Oturu. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Now here's Brunson. Floats one up. Oturu with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Outside Leonard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Yeah, Rondo sometimes gets it in his system that defensively.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
They've got Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cauley Stein, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Redick. Finney Smith kicks to Brunson. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's George on the wing. Back to Patterson. The Mavericks pull it in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Brunson, and it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Leonard comes in for George. The Mavericks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Doncic against Leonard. Cauley Stein. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
And stolen by Richardson. One-on-one fast break. 9 feet out. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Outside Rondo. Feeds to Leonard. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Oturu, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein in great position to reject that shot.
Mavericks leading by 3. Richardson attacking, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Will it go? And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Rondo passes to Mann. Back to Rondo. Nice passing here by Los Angeles.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Dallas.
Doncic against Rondo. And it's Doncic missing. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
That's the man you want running into the pick and roll. It's Paul George at the helm. He's got the ball and makes a great play.
Brunson. Second chance shot. A nice shot by Melly. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. Zubac has got 8.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play, everybody. Welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. George passes to Zubac. Makes it off the glass. 10 points for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 3-point lead. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
And they continue to control the glass.
Richardson attacking. Can't cash in from close range. Clippers trail by 6. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Jackson looking around. Outside for Batum. Over Kleba. Man passes to Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Well, the D can't give Richardson that kind of lane to the basket. He will jump all over any available space.
Outside Jackson. Passes to Man. Here's Zubac. Guarded by Porzingis. Man passes to Zubac. Man can't hit. Dallas leading by 6. Here's Kleba. Great tee that time from Batum.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. And Doncic is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic against Rondo. And the dunk by Doncic.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Now here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Paul George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. Mavericks leading by 6. 1:49 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And they double up Doncic. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Dallas with Marjanovic down low, and the shot goes in. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. The shot by George, no good. Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Doncic dishes to Richardson. George against Doncic. Out to Hardaway. 4 on the clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Porzingis with the steal. It's Hardaway with the drive. The reverse. It's hauled in by Coffey. Clippers trail by 8. And here's George. The 3 from Morris. From deep. The rebound by Marjanovic. Maverick shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Porzingis. Count that bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's George. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. Trey Burks checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Brunson scanning the floor. Goes back up. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Cauley-Stein's got 8 points.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Kleba in at the 5. Redick passes to Brunson. Looking to get back on track here. The rebound by Patterson.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Leonard finds Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Now Brunson. And the Mavericks call time here.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Here's Finney Smith. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Patrick Patterson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Clippers trail by 6. Outside, George. Left side, Leonard. Outside for George. To the middle. Zubac, the pass to Rondo. A second chance effort. Nobody near George. It's good from long range.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Mavericks leading by 3. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Doncic with the bucket.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Here's George. He kicks it to Leonard. To the paint, Zubac, and that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Doncic against George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Rondo against Richardson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis. First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1-possession game now.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Paul George with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Both free throws good from Batum.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break to take the lead. Good work defensively by Richardson.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personnel. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Richardson against Rondo. Takes it out to Leonard. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Misses from short range. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Doncic feeling it out. Shot clock at 6. It drops.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Tips it up, and it's put back up and in by Rondo.
Wow, Rondo has some big game mentality and comes through in a big way.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of that. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.